Hello everyone and welcome to Isomers TV. I am your host, Manuela Marcheggiani from Isomers Skincare, and I'm pleased to be presenting to you skincare that is effective. It is dedicated, designed by scientists out of Isomers laboratories in Toronto, Canada, and we wanted to be able to present products to you with detailed information so we can go a little bit more in depth. We can talk about who it's really good for, why we've designed them, what the ingredients are going to do, and really break it down that way. This is what's really great about Isomers TV. So you have the opportunity to learn about products, to learn a little bit more about skincare and what's happening to the skin and why ingredients do what they do, but also be able to get these products directly from the laboratory in Toronto, which is very important. So you're going to get them direct from the source, and you're going to be able to enjoy this relationship with the cosmetic chemists and the staff here at Isomers Skincare. So first of all, I want to thank you all for tuning in. This is really great. We're going to talk about skincare by the decades, right? So what happens to your skin at certain ages? What are those changes? What's kind of missing? And what do we really need to do to add to our skincare routine to address skin at that age? So to begin with, we're going to start with skin in your 60s and beyond. So in your 60s, you've gone through a lot of things in life. Usually menopause, aging has really set in. So your skin is thinner, it's very fragile. So your skin starts to decline in its 20s, but by the time you hit your 60s and beyond, your skin is really, really thin. It's very, very fragile. The metabolism is sluggish. There are not a lot of fats being held within the skin because of its thinness, right? So we still have to do things with our skin, right? We still need to have cell turnover. We still need to exfoliate. We still need to make sure that the skin is at its freshest. And therefore, how you exfoliate and with what you exfoliate is very important. Also, your skin needs to have a strong barrier function. So it needs the lipids, it needs to create and stimulate ceramides. It needs to be able to have these elements that are going to create density on the surface to protect the skin. This is why we put together this duo right here. This is a duo for the 60s, right? This is an add-on to your regular skincare routine that's really dedicated to skin in its 60s. The first product that we're going to talk about is the Enzyme peel. This is a restorative peel. This uses lactobacillus ferment. This is a digestive enzyme. It is an element that is anti-keratolytic. So what that's going to do, it's going to help exfoliate the skin, but in an acid-free way. Remember, in your 60s, your skin is incredibly fragile. You don't want to overuse your acids and your retinoids, but you still want to stimulate the metabolism and get that renewing on a regular basis, so keep it going. We've also going to talk about the studies that really show that lactobacillus ferment, this fermented ingredient, is very important because it also will help as a probiotic for the skin, which is food for that delicate microbiome. The other product is going to be the Triactive Microbiome Restore. This is your cream. This is also a cream formula. This is going to be your moisturizer. It's going to help create the ceramides. It's going to help feed that microbiome. It's going to help calm the skin. It's going to help soothe the skin. It has so many activities because it has the pro, and postbiotic in there. So this is an interesting way of increasing the hydration in the skin, supporting the barrier function of the skin, especially delicate skin, keeping it calm. Now, this is I'm just going to get my glasses here. It's regularly an $86 value, and it's being offered at 25% off at $64.50. These are in Canadian dollars. If you're in America, in the US, using US dollars, your credit card, it's very seamless. As soon as you process the order, the exchange is done, you will see that the price is lower. You don't really need to do the math. Just know that you're going to be getting advantage in the US dollar if you're from America, because it will convert to your currency immediately. It's painless, and it's very, very efficient. There's nothing you need to do about that. And it'll be delivered very quickly to you, usually within a day or two. First of all, let's get into the first kit. So this is our first kit for the 60s. We are also going to talk about the second kit for skin in your 50s. This is a booster. This contains 2 products, and the first product here is going to be the Ultimate Super Skin Serum. And the second product is going to be the 14% azelaic acid. This is a $90 value, and it's being offered for $67.50, and we'll get into those details then. So you know the 60s and the 50s, so let's break it down. First thing we want to talk about is this formula right here, and this is going to be the enzyme peel. It is acid-free restoration. Now, enzymes are very important because enzymes are like little Pac-Men, and what they're going to do is they're going to go into the skin and they are going to digest all the extra stuff on the skin surface, the dead, the dry cells, any kind of the pollution or debris that's on the top. Because they're enzymes, they're very specific. They're going to only attach themselves to the dry cells, the dead cells, the flaky cells, and they're going to leave the good ones behind. So what's important about that, excuse me, is that it's going to exfoliate the skin. It's going to remove those dry layers off the skin in a very gentle way. So the enzymes go onto the skin, they start to digest acid-free, so you could use this on all skin types and in the summertime, wintertime, and over time, your skin will renew itself. But your skin does not get flaky and dry. So you see with the skin, when you have with the enzyme peel, you'll see that the skin renews itself. You'll see that the skin starts with that cellular turnover. There is no sensitivity. There's no thinning of the skin. And you will also see that there's a great smoothing of the skin. When you're in your 60s, your metabolism slows down. And that means your cells don't turn over as quickly. But to get luminosity, to get the glow, to get the smoothness, you want to be able to smooth out your skin and really target it that way with the enzyme peel. When you're looking at the enzyme peel, you'll see that it is a serum-like formula, okay, which is really great. I love to just leave this on. You don't have to wash the enzyme peel off. I would recommend you do this 2 to 3 times a week. Put this on your skin at nighttime before going to bed. Leave it on. And then follow up with the Triactive MicroBiome. So the next product we're going to talk about is the Triactive MicroBiome Restore. It's a long name, but the Triactive actually refers to 3 kinds of biotics in here. You've heard of probiotics from yogurt, you know, good for your gut health. Well, there's a prebiotic that feeds the probiotic, and a postbiotic, which is the end stage of a biotic. And all of them are important. And so it's all part of the food chain here to really help restore the microbiome of the skin. The microbiome of the skin is the living layer of your skin, and this helps to protect your skin. This also, when it is healthy, because your skin turns into this little factory, good bacteria, bad bacteria working together to create this really great environment, protect you from diseases, to protect you from harm, to really help keep the skin hydrated. It's going to help with ceramides. It's going to help with calming of the skin. It's going to help with a lot of the elements that the skin requires. So the Triactive MicroBiome Restore contains all 3 of these biotics. Now, when we're looking at this, what are we showing you here? We're showing you 28-day before and after of skin here that is red, it is sensitive, it is thin, right? And in day 28, the skin has become calmer and smoother. The skin, you see the redness and the veining has really calmed down as well, while the hydration has gone up. Now this is important because remember, in your 60s, you've got this thinning skin. Your skin tends to be more transparent. You see the veins more. In the after, you see that the skin now has more integrity. So it appears clearer, it appears smoother. You'll also notice that in the pores, you'll notice inside these pores there's a little bit of blockages. Some people can suspect that it's Demodex, which is a very nasty bacteria. And that can happen to some people, that they do get this bacteria that kind of sticks itself in the pores and it breathes through a tube that way, and it's feeding off of this fragile skin. So we want to be able to control that, and we want to be able to have this calm and peace and reduce the irritation on the skin. This is why using these 2 are so important. So you're seeing the difference in the redness. Here we have skin that's very, very dry, very sallow as well. So the skin tends to be sallow. You'll notice again that it's got the different pigmentation. You'll notice these feelers right through the pore area and the dryness. Again, the Tractive Microbiome Restore is working on restoring that hydration, working on restoring that balance between the moisture, and the lipids of the skin. Very important. You want the skin to hold the moisture. You want your skin to have integrity or cellular organization through the lipids. How are we going to do this? We're going to have to increase the ceramide content of the skin, but also the skin has the ability to make these when it is nourished properly. The Tractive Microbiome is all about nourishing of the skin. While we're looking at a skin replica, we can see that the roughness or the surface texture of the skin is very bumpy and rough. It becomes much smoother and much more uniform after utilizing the Tractive Microbiome. And this is because when you have an environment of skin that's hostile, it's not happy, it's going to be reactive, it's going to be rougher. Here we have smoother skin to show you right there. When we're looking closely using different technologies, looking at wrinkle depth or the compromised skin, you will notice here, that is the deep line and deep wrinkle in this area. This is after 28 days. You'll notice that the wrinkle is filling in. So we see here that through that hydration, through the restoration of the microbiome, by increasing all the other key markers that are important in the skin, it is able to start smoothing that skin up and starting to create skin that is much more robust and healthier. Remember in your 60s, 70s, 80s, the fragile skin can tear very easily. It can get damaged very easily. So you have to think about ingredients and technologies and formulas and how you're using them. You don't want to be harsh with your skin. You want to be able to go in and regulate your skin. And here too, we're regulating the sebum. So we're regulating the good lipids of the skin. Not the sebum that causes, that we want the right food for the skin. This is just showing you different ways of showing the skin integrity and the smoothness. This is showing that the skin here, with that wrinkling element, the wrinkle is wide, the skin is very lax, okay, it's very easy to stretch, becomes very stretchy. So you see how wide this area is. You see how much tighter it is. So the skin now has better density. And this occurs because when you increase the lipids, when you increase cellular organization, when the ceramides are able to go in and build, they're going to create the cohesion. This is a really great duo for anybody with delicate, fragile skin, and this is why we earmarked it as the 60s, because in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, your skin is much thinner. You're going to want to be able to use this with the enzyme peel. You could technically use this every day, but if you are using a low-dose retinoid, for example, or an alpha-hydroxy, beta-hydroxy acid as one form of exfoliation in your routine, this you're going to add a couple of times a week, every other day, 2 times a week or 3 times a week is plenty. At nighttime, leave it on. Allow it to do a couple of things. One, it's going to enhance the skin. It's going to work as an exfoliant. It doesn't burn, it's acid-free, but also it is a carrier, which is really great. So when you're putting other serums on top of it, I find that the absorption is much better. Then on top of that, you're going to use your Tractive Microbiome Restore. You can use this cream daytime and nighttime. It's my moisturizer of choice. I've got combination skin and sensitive skin, but this is a really great way to moisturize your skin properly. It is not a heavy oil. It is not greasy. It is designed to be food for the microbiome, and it is designed to also help your skin do what it's supposed to do at a more optimum level. Because as our skin gets older, it does tend to get more sluggish, and it has the ability to create the hyaluronate, the glycosaminoglycans, the fibronectin, it has the reticulin, all the things that it needs in addition to the ceramides and improving its barrier function. And as your skin gets older and gets weaker, these things are even more important to the integrity of the skin. Dynamic Duo here, again, this is a $86 value, and it's being offered for $64.50. You can order a couple of ways. First of all, there is a toll-free number below, so you can call that toll-free number between Monday and Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The other way is just shop online directly, click the link below, and you'll be able to go directly to our website and you can process that seamlessly anywhere in North America, seamless. So this is a really great opportunity directly from Isomers Laboratories. And there's other benefits to shopping through Isomers Laboratories as well. In Isomers TV, we have a loyalty program, we have a rewards program, you get insider information right away on new products and formulas. There's special event days that we have. So in all, it's a really great experience. Moving on to the next decade, we're going to talk about skin care boosters or duos that are great to add to your skincare routine when you're in your 50s. So when you're in your 50s, your skin is pretty good. It's not bad. Technically, the skin is starting to become thinner. Like, it's again, get thinner. We will always have this sliding down from the 20s where your skin will start to lose its thickness or density. So the skin is becoming thinner. You're going to start to noticing that your skin becomes more fragile. If you're going through menopause or the changes, there's a lot going on. You'll start to notice aging a lot quicker after menopause. Lots of changes in the skin. You'll notice that sagging becomes way more of an issue. So from 40s to 50s, sagging becomes huge in the sense of something that you notice, and the sagging is your elasticity of your skin. There's the volume loss, there's the stretching of the skin. Those are the same things because it's like fabric. It just stretches, starts to lose shape as it gets worn out, right? So again, we know what's happening in that. You'll also notice more pigmentation, more age spots, more discoloration, more hyperpigmentation, dryness, roughness. These are all indicators of a breakdown of the skin. These are all indicators of a weakening, a vulnerability of the skin. And also the skin is now not working, or it's more susceptible, let's say, because it is older and it's seen much more time, a lot of the history starts to show up on your skin. That's where the pigmentation, the discoloration, all of those things happen. So we put together a kit as a booster to add to your skincare routine. This one is this duo right here. This contains 2 products. We like this duo that you can add to your skincare routine. The first one is the Ultimate Super Skin. Ultimate Super Skin is a formulation that has neodermal technology and growth factor, which is very important. So you've got these 2 elements in here. So this is going to help refatten your skin. Amazing for skin in its 50s and beyond, but especially to start this in your early 50s. And then we have the 14% azelaic acid. I love this formula. I love the 14%. I love the cream formulation. I love how it stimulates the skin and works on the pigmentation and the coloration of the skin. I love the way that it smooths the skin. I find that when you have the roughness and dryness and all these various elements going on, you want product that's very dedicated, and you want product that's going to work very, very effectively to help achieve that clearer skin. You want more uniformity, you want structure, you want plumpness. We're going to put it all together for you. This kit is offered at usually separately. If you're to purchase these separately, it's a $90 value. Canadian dollar, but we're offering at $67.50, so there's a 25% discount direct through Isomers TV. You can order either the 1-800 number below, or you can go online direct to our website. If you're using the 1-800 number, it's during business hours, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and you can leave a message. Otherwise, you can leave a message and we'll call you back, right, and help you process and your help with your shopping experience. Again, if you, we're in Toronto, Canada. Our prices are in Canadian. This really doesn't mean anything in the sense that if you're American, when you're using your credit card to pay, it will automatically convert. That's just what happens internationally when you travel with your credit card. It does it anywhere around the world. Same thing will happen here. So it's really easy. You don't have to worry about it. But you will get it at a lower price because it will convert that way. So it is actually lower price. So let's get into this duo for the 50s. First product is the Ultimate Super Skin. Ultimate Super Skin Serum. Ultimate Super Skin Serum is a great formulation. It contains neodermal technology, which is the needle-free filler for the skin. It also contains dermal communication from crocus bulbs, which is very important because that's going to help with cellular communication. It also helps with the density of the skin. So this is a combination that we put together. It is a serum that is very liposomal, so you'll see that it's very, very creamy, like right there, okay? So it has some density and structure to it. I just love the way it feels. It helps to refatten the skin, which is really important. So let's take a look at these before and afters. Here we have a before. This is not a mother-daughter situation. This is the same person, right? Same person. And when you're looking at her skin here, you can see she's got, a couple of scars. You'll notice the overall loss of tone. You'll notice the jiggly jowl area. You'll also notice that a lot of the weight is shifted to the front of her face. So when you're getting older, you go from a V shape to an A shape. You also tend to get more heaviness in the center of your face and sagginess down on the jawline. So this is what we're seeing here. This is 28 days later using the Ultimate Super Skin. So you literally see that it added volume in the skin, volume and restructuring. So as it's filling the skin helps to go back. Because when the skin is empty, when you lose the volume, that hollow is going to create that sagging. So we're helping to volumize the skin. When we're going in closer, I want you to see, we're going to break her skin down and see what's happening. Around her eye area, you've got these lines, wrinkles all around the eye. That's the loss of collagen, and you also notice a divot underneath, the loss of volume. Hooded eye, as the eyebrow gets heavier, there's more puffiness here. Here in the after, take a look at the lift. So you'll notice the eyebrow here is coming down, right? It's following the eye, it's actually going down. Here you notice the eyebrow is actually moving this way because it's being lifted as the skin is lifted. So that's really important. So the skin is volumizing, it's becoming lifted. We're helping to refatten the skin with the skin lipid content, and you see the smoothing out of the lines. You'll also notice that the skin quality is improved. I love this. You see how this looks. In her before, that jawline, look at that, and the after. Now, if we were to do this in the sense of if my finger is there at the edge of her neck area, look at how much lift is back there. Like that's a huge lift. That's a huge difference in the sagging and drooping of the skin. The jawline is much more contoured. I love here that her nose is exactly in the same spot, but everything else moves. The skin moves. Her lips are in the same spot as well. And then when you do that, you'll notice again, it's all about that skin quality. And this is what the Ultimate Super Skin is all about. It's helping to refatten the skin, works on the integrity of the skin, and it does so in a really great way. So when you're breaking it down and looking at her skin, now one more before and after I'm going to show you, is the skin quality. So you see here, you see the sagging, you see the stretching. So think about the skin like thread count. There's more of a stretch here and a weave. When you're going into the after, you see how it becomes much more thicker or firmer or tighter together. So this is kind of stretched out and this is kind of tightened up. This is the best way to talk about the Ultimate Super Skin. So that's going to be the serum. That's like a key serum in your 50s. Volume and skin density, very important. In addition to the Ultimate Super Skin for skin in its 50s, we've paired it with the azelaic acid, the 14% concentrate. So what you're getting here in the duo that we're talking about is the Ultimate Super Skin Serum with the 14% azelaic acid cream. This is a duo that is regularly offered for, if you buy them individually, it's a $90 value. We're taking 25% off on Isomers TV, and it is $67.50 Canadian. If you're shopping from the US, your credit card will automatically convert. So this is very seamless, it's very efficient, and we also deliver directly from our laboratory to you. So you're going to get the best service ever. And if you become part of Isomers Skincare family, we have reward program, we have bonus points, we have great ways to save and events, and we keep you informed. So you become part of a community of like-minded people who really enjoy good skincare directly from the laboratory. Speaking of good skincare, to me, and I've seen a lot of skincare come and go. I've seen a lot of ingredients, a lot of things, and the 14% azelaic acid. So this is an ingredient, azelaic acid, is a dicarboxylic acid. So it's not alpha or beta hydroxy. It's not a retinoid. This is what I like to call the dermatology or the doctor's secret, because at 15% concentrate, it is prescribed for melasma, for acne, for bumps, for post-acne scars. So it has a very high therapeutic value. We're giving you just under that dosage at 14%. So this is going to be something that we can give you a good amount of to really help with a lot of things that are happening to your skin. So we're talking about elements in the skin. So the simple science, azelaic acid booster complex, multifunctional, high concentration, skin perfection. Who doesn't want that? Skin perfection. So you can use it for all skin types, right? And this is really important because if your skin is in its 50s and it's oily and problematic, hello, that's me. This is going to help with the cell turnover, helps refine the skin, helps to regulate the skin. But you notice that the redness isn't there. You notice the skin is much smoother, much more bright. If your skin is rough and ruddy, well, what do you got to do? You got to get those rough, ruddy cells out. And how do you do that? With exfoliation. You don't want to be rough with your skin, especially in its 50s, because the skin is much more fragile. You've got to be delicate, but you have to be assertive with your skin, not rough with your skin. And finally, pigmentation concerns, any kind of pigmentation, melasma, uneven skin tone. This is where the azelaic acid shines. The azelaic acid formulation contains licorice root for calming and soothing. It contains the azelaic acid for bumpy skin, refined skin texture, the overall radiance of the skin. I like it a lot for the pigmentation, for the melasma, for the bumps under the skin, especially from acne and post-acne marks. So if you want to clean up and start fresh, you want a brand new element. And in your 50s, you tend to find your skin stains very easily. It also has a little bit of a salicylic acid in there, and that's going to really help with the oils if they're plugging up your skin or clogging your skin. You want to be able to allow the filter, which is your skin, to breathe, right? So here are the things for the texture, uneven skin tone, and superficial imperfections. We want to be able to target all of those. Now, it is a high concentration, so you're going to say, if it's so high and it's so strong, will it make my skin sensitive? Good question. So we do this test. So this is 10 days later. This woman has very sensitive skin. We're using cystoscopy. We can see her skin is very sensitive and red. 10 days later, by utilizing it, the redness isn't there. So we know. What do we know? We know that it is not going to sensitize the skin. What else do we know? We know that come into the lab. Now this is another test, and this is called the skin age test, or skin age. So how old is your skin statistically? Not your birthday. This is the quality of your skin and how old is it. This woman came in and her skin age was 51. 10 days later, her skin age is 48. So her skin is now 3 years younger after using this formula. That's important. So what does that mean? The skin is aging backwards. The skin is renewing itself. The skin is in better shape. The skin is more hydrated. The skin is smoother. The skin is better. So it's rewinding all of those things that are causing the aging. So you can see that the 14% azelaic acid does not sensitize. It is going to help with the skin aging as well, or it's anti-aging to the skin. This woman here, she has a lot of melasma and a lot of issues. And I'm going to find this picture in particular so you see what her skin looks like right away, day 0. Lot of redness, but also there is melasma there, and we'll show you that as well. And after 10 days, you can see how the skin is calmer, it's smoother, it's clearer. It's not irritated, it's not dry, it's not flaking. That's really important. So we're going here looking at her skin this way. You can see this melasma here and how the thickening, how that product, how her skin is actually in a rough, dry state, but also very damaged. And now look at how much clearer and brighter her skin is. So it's clearer, it's brighter, it's smoother. You'll also notice that her skin tends to be a little bit greasier on this, or kind of ruddy, and here it has a better quality, overall quality as well. It doesn't look sore. Here her skin looks very uncomfortable. Her skin is not uncomfortable here. That's really important to notice in this skin as well. When we're looking at her on her other side, again, you'll notice the pigmentation. You'll notice the sensitivity and pigmentation and a lot of marks on her skin. And 10 days later, you see that this renewing. So in your 50s, you know, it's a good time, if you haven't started earlier, to start using boosters, duos that really work and really address what's happening in that decade. With the Ultimate Super Skin and the 14% azelaic acid, you've got a powerful duo that's going to supplement your skincare routine. You can add this, use this every day, every other day. Just know what it's targeting and what it's doing. I find for my skin, this 14% azelaic acid, I use it every single day. I love it because it's really created a brand new future for my skin. Anyway, let's to recap. In your 60s, we've got the Enzyme Peel and the Tract of MicroBiome Restore. Are we showing them in the screen properly? You can see those products, this one, that one, there we go, yay, see? And this is for your 60s, and this is an $86 value being offered for $64.50, the number below, or click on the link. And this kit is for your 50s. This one is a $90 value, and it's available for $67.50. And again, 2 ways to order. Call us at the 1-800 number during regular business hours, and we're happy to help you. Otherwise, go online, order directly through our website. It's great fun to be part of the Isomers skincare community. We talk skin, we talk about the science, we talk about the ingredients. We love to share our thoughts. I hope that this has brought more insight into what happens to your skin as you're aging, in your 60s, in your 50s, the requirements of the skin, what you can do, some options to think about. What's the functionality? Skincare is not all created equal. And it's like food. Some have different nutrients in it, and they do different things for the body. Your skincare is the same. With the different nutrients and different support, we can support your skin in many, many ways. Hope you've enjoyed Isomers TV. Thank you so much. I'm Manuela Marcheggiani from Isomers Skincare. I look forward to talking to you again. Bye. Thank you.